Hey team, Bill Storm here with you, and today we're going to start a new study series on Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Now, I am a big brain geek, and one of the things that I know for sure is trying to change is so difficult. I went through an extensive amount of training with the Tony Robbins organization on how to break people's states, including my own, to get from where we want to be to where we want to go. However, it is still very, very difficult because literally the things that we believe, our thoughts, our beliefs, and our patterns and our habits all live in our nervous system. They take root there. So it is very, very difficult to unearth those things. So I'm super excited about this book. I've read it multiple times, and I finally decided to do a study around this. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Now, again, as we're going through this information, I'm going to be sharing things with you. I'm going to be talking with you. I'm also going to be talking to myself throughout this process because we have to question everything about what we think. And if there's anything that's stopping you in your life, there's a good chance that it has something to do with the belief that you have around it. So let's dig into this. This should be a lot of fun. So we're into chapter 1, the quantum you. So in today's fast-paced world, the concept of personal transformation has become a buzzword, right? But how many of us understand what it means to actually change? So in chapter 1 of Joe Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, he invites us to see the world and ourselves through the lens of quantum physics. What the heck is quantum physics? Well, we're going to get into that, okay? So this isn't just about memorizing equations or diving into complex science. Instead, it's about realizing that you are more than just your circumstances, habits, and biology. You are energy. You are an energy field within an energy field, right? And when you align your thoughts, emotions, and intentions, you can fundamentally reshape your reality. So here's the secret. The way you think shapes the way you think shapes the life you experience. Let me say that one more time. The way you think shapes the life you experience. So if you feel stuck, anxious, or uninspired, you may be unknowingly replaying the same programming, that same sad story you keep telling yourself over and over and over again, like an old broken record every single day. But by understanding the power of the quantum field, you can break the habit of being yourself and create a version of you that thrives. So what we're going to do is we're going to unpack some of these ideas. But what I'm going to suggest to you is that you get a copy of his book, of Joe's book. I happen to like the audio version of it myself, but I also have the hard copy because I like to write in it, take notes, highlight things, put little stars next to things, flip the tabs over. That's how I study things. When I go through it in multiple different formats, it really helps me internalize the material. Now, I will tell you, you have to go through this as a study. It's not a sit-down, easy read over a cup of coffee. If you actually want this to work for yourself, it means you're going to have to put in some work. You're going to actually have to study the material. And how do we eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So let's go through the key takeaways from chapter 1 just to get you started, the quantum you. Number 1, your reality is not fixed. So Dr. Joe introduces us to the quantum model of reality, which suggests that everything in the universe, including you, is made of energy. Okay. Actually, if you look at yourself under a microscope, it just looks like it kind of looks like the old days when you turn off when television programming came to an end, you'd have a black screen and it would just be like shh, like this. It would make this noise, and there would just be this black energy going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's kind of how we look under a microscope. So we're all made of energy, and at its core, this idea alone challenges the belief that life is a series of predetermined events. So if you believe that everything is already predetermined, this challenges that actual belief. Instead, your thoughts and emotions interact with the quantum field, a limitless space of possibilities, okay? So you might also think of the quantum field as the world of, as the universe or God, right? Everything that ever was created or ever was exists in this field. And you can literally dip into this field and choose the outcome that you want. Okay. So the key insight here is your current reality isn't set in stone. You can change it, right? You're not a tree. You're not stuck in that one spot. You can actually change it. And it's a reflection of your past thoughts and emotions. So if you want to change your future, you must change how you think and feel today, right? Because if you're always thinking the same thoughts over and over and over again and expecting a different result, well, that's the definition of insanity. That's right. So if you want to change your future, you have to change how you're thinking, because what got you to where you are now isn't going to get you to where you want to go. Number 2, your thoughts have a frequency. A frequency. Every thought you think sends out a vibrational frequency, just like a radio wave. So what frequency are you broadcasting? So when combined with elevated emotions such as joy, gratitude, or love, this frequency becomes a signal that the quantum field reads, right? It can feel what signal you're putting out there. So think of it as ordering from a menu. The universe responds to the energy you broadcast, not just the words that you say. So now it's not just about what we're thinking, about what we're saying, but it's how we're feeling. It's how we're, what energy are we emitting out there into the world? So the key insight here is you can't think, I want an abundant life, while fearing that there's going to be some lack, right? Or there's only a certain amount to go around, but then expect a different result, right? So your thoughts and emotions, they've got to align to create that lasting change. So if you want to live a life of abundance, you have to change the current way that you're thinking and your belief that just because I have something, right, doesn't mean that someone else is lacking the thing, right? Or because someone else has the thing doesn't mean that there's not enough left for me. Otherwise, you've got your conscious mind arguing with your subconscious mind, and you're going to get nowhere. So let me just give you a good example of that. Elon Musk, right? Apparently, he's like one of the richest people in the world now. Now, does the fact that Elon Musk, that he has billions of dollars and possibly his company is going to be worth $1 trillion because he has $1 billion, is that affecting me in any way? Does that mean that I am going to lack in abundance financially because he has an abundance? No, of course not, right? So whatever he has nothing to do with me. It's not holding me back. So I need to be of the belief that, hey, if Elon Musk can do it, well, so can I, right? That is kind of the idea here. We have to make sure that our conscious mind and our subconscious mind are on the same page. Number 3, you are both the creator and the observer. So at the quantum level, particles of energy behave differently depending on whether they're observed. This means your attention influences the outcome of events. Dr. Joe says what you focus on expands and what you ignore fades. This principle empowers you to stop reacting to life and start consciously creating it. Well, Tony Robbins taught me the same thing. He said, where attention goes, energy flows, and results always show. So if I want a particular outcome, I have to put my attention there. I have to put my energy there in order to get the outcome that I want. So if you're not getting the outcome that you want in your life, it's probably because you aren't putting enough attention or energy there, right? If I want to have a great relationship with my wife, I need to put more attention there. I need to put more energy there in order to get the outcome that I want. It's not going to happen by accident. And if I ignore it, right, if I ignore the relationship, well, then I'm not going to get the outcome that I want. In fact, I'm going to get a negative outcome there. So the more that you focus on possibilities rather than problems, the more you'll see opportunities unfold, right? So within the quantum field, if I can imagine a particular outcome that I want, and I focus on the possibilities that it's there, and now I understand that I need to put my attention there, I need to put my energy there, because what I focus on expands, well, then the universe in the quantum field, if you will, is going to respond in kind. So here's some action steps that activate the quantum you. So how do you move from understanding this concept to living it? Not so easy, okay? Believe me, not so easy. But here are 3 practical steps inspired by this chapter that you can try. Number 1, audit your thoughts. Audit your thoughts. Spend one day observing your internal dialogue. Are your thoughts empowering you or limiting you? Write down reoccurring themes. Do you often think to yourself, I'm not good enough, this won't work out, or I'm never going to succeed? If so, these thoughts may be shaping your current reality. Now, you may be thinking these things because that's what you were told as a child. Maybe as a child, somebody said, Billy, you're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not going to amount to anything. You're never going to succeed. Well, if somebody says that to you over and over and over again as a child, at some point, you may start to believe that. That gets embedded and takes root in your nervous system. So now this becomes a belief. And no matter how much I try, I am not going to be able to get past that because my subconscious mind is telling me, or my conscious mind might be saying, yes, you can. Stay positive, stay motivated, Bill. Stay motivated, Bill. But my subconscious mind is saying, no, sorry, you're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not going to amount to anything. So why bother trying? Positive or not, it's not going to happen for you. Okay. So action. At the end of the day, identify 3 negative thoughts you want to replace. Something that is not serving you, something that makes you anxious, something that is not loving to you. So for example, replace I'm not good enough with I'm capable and deserving of success. I'm just going to make something up here, but I could say I am created in the image of God, right? I am a creator. He has given me everything that I need to do, everything that I need to fulfill my mission here on earth, right? He has given me particular gifts and talents that only I can use. So I am good enough. I am worthy enough. And changing that into that kind of dialogue in your head starts to change things. Number 2, write these positive thoughts on sticky notes and place them where you'll see them, your desk, mirror, or phone. Yes, this is true, right? What the environment that you create, we go through a series of different things. We have our internal thought process. We also have our environment. So if you want to make a change, you want to change your environment. You want to have an environment that is supportive of your growth. That means surrounding yourself, putting the right things in your mind, surrounding yourself with images and pictures and words that are empowering type of words, putting yourself in a situation where you're around other people that are believing in those things and represent those kinds of things and are encouraging to you. That is a great way to get started. Number 2, practice elevated emotions. To shift your frequency, combine intentional thoughts. There's the key word, intentional. Combine intentional thoughts with heightened emotions. So Tony Robbins might say something like this, right? If you want to change something that's going on in your head, you want to change your state, you first need to change your physiology. You want to get yourself into a heightened state of emotion so you feel strong, you feel powerful before anchoring in a new thought that you want to have take place. Dr. Joe says take 5 to 10 minutes each morning to visualize your ideal future and feel the emotions associated with it, whether that's joy, gratitude, or excitement. So here's an action. Close your eyes and picture a specific scenario where your goals are already achieved, right? This is kind of thinking in advance. You're starting with the end in mind. So now you're living in this place where things are exactly the way you want them to be, right? Maybe you landed your dream job and you were just living the dream in that dream job that you worked so hard to get to. Maybe you're in a place where you have a wonderful family. You know, everyone else in your family has been divorced, but not you. You're gonna be 50 years down the road. You're still going to be madly in love with your spouse. You're still going to hold hands. You're still going to be each other's best friend. You're going to have a great time together. And you've got this beautiful family with children and grandchildren and so on and so forth. It doesn't matter what the scenario is. The point is that you put that intention out there into the quantum field. This is who I am. This is what is going to happen. And now we focus on how it feels already to have that reality, right? We want to make it so clear in our mind that our mind doesn't know the difference between the present and the future, right? Joe says your brain doesn't distinguish between real and imagined experiences. So this practice reprograms your mind to believe in possibilities. Number 3, stay curious. Quantum transformation begins with curiosity. So when faced with challenges, instead of defaulting to old reactions, ask yourself, what's the opportunity here? What can I learn? What's missing that somebody else is missing that I can pick up on, right? What good can come out of this situation? So this is what we're looking for. What's the opportunity? How can I think differently? So by staying curious, you shift from a reactive mindset to a creative one, right? We don't react to things, we respond positively to them. We react in a creative mode. We say, when a situation comes about, we don't say, why me, world, right? We say, bring it on, try me, because I am a creator. I can create the solution that I need to get me from where I am now to where I want to be. This is just part of the game, and I'm up for it, okay? Action step. The next time you catch yourself feeling stuck, pause. And I want you to say this word to yourself, change, right? The next time you catch yourself feeling stuck, stop yourself and go, change. I'm not going to continue to think this way anymore. I am not stuck. I am not stuck. I am greater than that. I will create a solution to this situation. It may take me a minute, but I am creative and I will come up with the solution. So take 3 deep breaths and ask yourself, what else is possible? Where is the answer here? What am I missing? And what questions do I need to ask in order to figure this out? Then brainstorm one small action you can take to move forward. Now, this is just a personal tip, not included here in Joe's notes, but if you really get stuck, go back to what the Bible says and seek wise counsel. Go and ask someone else who is very, very successful that you respect and just say, hey, I'm feeling stuck here in this situation. I think I'm missing something. I need to brainstorm with you. Can I pick your brain a minute so I can come up with a solution that will get me unstuck and moving forward? Okay, now why does all of this matter for personal growth and leadership? So the concepts in this chapter aren't just about personal transformation. They're about leadership, creativity, and resilience. So whether you're leading a team, building a business, or navigating personal challenges, understanding the quantum, right, equips you to do the following. Number 1, adapt to change. By focus on possibilities, you become more resourceful and solution-oriented. People that get stuck only look at their current resources, and when one resource dries up, they panic. But you don't want to focus on your resources, you want to focus on your resourcefulness, right? This is how we grow. When something stands in our way, when an obstacle gets in our way, we find a way to go under it, over it, around it, through it, crush it, stomp it, whatever you need to do, but you become more resourceful so you can keep moving forward. Number 2, inspire others. Your energy and mindset influence those around you. Again, you are emitting an energy. So what energy are you emitting? What kind of energy would you want to pass on to your children? Do you want to pass on a mindset of negativity and anxiety and stress to your children? Well, of course not. We don't want that for our kids. So what kind of energy are you going to show up with, not only for them, but for everyone else around you? You are a leader. You have to stand like a mighty leader, right? And you have to exude the kind of energy that people expect from a leader. So when you embody positivity and potential, others will follow your lead. And last, achieve authentic success. Success isn't just about working harder. It's about aligning your inner world with the outcomes you desire. Now, this kind of sums up the whole thing. In order for something to manifest in the external world, it is never going to happen. It ain't going to happen unless it is in alignment with your inner world. It's your thoughts, your beliefs, your patterns, your actions, and all of those things that are going on between your own 2 ears, in your head, in your heart, in your spirit. Once all of those things in your inner world are right and you can envision the kind of success that you want, now it will appear in the outer world. But I promise you, it will not happen in your outer world if you don't first have it set in your inner world. So final thoughts here. Chapter 1, breaking the habit of being yourself. It reminds us that we are far more powerful than we realize. Again, We were created in God's image. You, me, and everyone else on this planet were created in God's image. That makes us more powerful than we can possibly imagine. So by shifting our thoughts and emotions, we can break free from old patterns and step into a future filled with possibility. So the quantum field, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, it's waiting for you. So the question is, as we end this today, who will you choose to be and what will you create?